full Friday, so we will have some subs if you do come to our Friday night 5:45 class. But I will be here the next several Mondays. So there's other incidents occur at my job, so fingers crossed. Let's go ahead and just get started. Take child's pose. Yeah, happy Monday. Thank you so much for just showing up tonight, being here. It's cold out there, so what a better place to be than like right here in this toasty, warm space surrounded by your community. And so a great way to continue to acknowledge the space that you're in and to continue to generate community is through breath. So I want everybody to start with a full inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, take a big sigh out. Good, now close the mouth, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Start to create ujjayi breathing, in through the nose and out through the nose. And you're listening for your sound of the breath coming in and out of the body. It should almost sound like you're fogging up a mirror on the exhale. Take 3 more breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And with every new breath, start to create some new space in the body. That might look like stretching the arms further towards the top of the mat or spreading the fingers and the toes wider. After your next exhale, move into downward facing dog. And continue to cultivate ujjayi breath, but this time start to match it with your movement. So it may look like you rising onto your tippy toes on the inhale and dropping your heels on an exhale. Or it could look like you breathing in as you bend the right knee and then breathing out as you switch and bend the left knee. So whatever movement's calling your name, let your breath match it. Two more breaths here to create whatever movement is needed. Step your feet to your hands. Take a halfway lift up. Get nice and long in the spine. Press out through the crown of the head. And then start to come into ragdoll. Round the spine, drop the head. And you should notice the shifting of your pelvis as you tuck your tailbone under. Stillness or sway side to side. The choice is yours. On your next inhale, extended mountain. Take your gaze up. Stretch all the way up. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, stretch towards the right side. Yeah, then inhale back up, switch. Inhale back to center one more time. Stretch up, go back just a little bit as you exhale, palms together at the front of your chest. And then set your intention for tonight's class. What do you want to be up to? It's an opportunity for you to express that here and to be a stand for it from now until the very, very end. And then we'll start class with 3 ohms. Inhale. Extended mountain, forward fold, halfway lift, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, breathe in, spread the fingers. Exhale, press the palms down. Last breath in. Empty it out. Step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, go up and back. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Press through the heels as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take another breath in. And then empty it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale. Exhale. Step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Bow. Extended mountain. Stretch up. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Bow down. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 new breaths. Breathe in. And then empty it out. Good. 2 more. Take another breath in. Shift your gaze forward. Bend your knees. Jump to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Bow. Rise up and back. Sun salutation A. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Flow like water here. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 new breaths. Now let your shoulders start to soften onto the back and press the crown of the head forward. Last inhale. Empty. Jump. Halfway lift. Fold. 1 more Sunday. Go up and back. Fullest expression yet. Forward fold. Soft knees. Half lift up. Chaturanga. Jump back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 new breaths. Press the hands and the feet down and then soften the knees. 1 more inhale. Bend the knees here. Jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair. Bow. Halfway lift, belly to spine. Jump back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Take a full breath to stretch up and back. Hands down, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Press your heels down to stretch up. Chaturanga. Take the full breath in, upward facing dog. And then a full breath out, downward facing dog. Take another breath in. And then clear it out. 2 more. Last one. Rise onto the toes. Bend your knees. Float forward. Halfway lift. Bow. Utkatasana. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. To downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Ground down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. A new breath in. Yeah, and a new breath out. Really good. Last inhale. Bend and prepare. Float. Light as a feather. Halfway lift. Nice, Roy. Bow. Utkatasana. Sit lower here. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Switch sides here. Step forward, rise up. Low plank. You're warming up your body. Feel your body awaken through the sun salutation. Take a breath in. Empty. 2 more. Slow it down. Take another inhale. Bend and prepare. Now jump. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana. Bow. Lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Lift your thighs away. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Switch sides. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. 3 new breaths. Yeah, let your breaths be full and expansive. Last inhale. Bend and get ready, and then jump forward. Halfway lift. Bow. Utkatasana. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. One breath. Go up and go back. Chaturanga. Up dog. To down dog. Step your left foot forward. Warrior one. Chaturanga. Up. Down. Right side warrior one. Go again. Drop what you know. Shift your vision here. Chaturanga. Like what's possible if you just keep moving the body. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side. Go again. Last time. Chaturanga. Yeah, use the full breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Switch sides. Breathe in to go up. Breathe out to come down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. Yeah, let the heat wash over the body. Drop what you think you know about sun salutation, what has to happen, and just be right here. Set your drishti to your toes, and then take an inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Settle in. Keep your drishti on your right foot, lift it up towards the ceiling. Yeah, press your foot straight back. Press into my hand and feel your leg fire up from your upper thigh to your heel. Now bend the knee to open the hip up. Yeah, and lift your hip up towards the ceiling. Press into your right hand to get a full stretch out of your right side body, and then stay right here or flip all the way over. Yeah, then bring your feet in, David, just a little bit more together. Good. Now press the heels down and lengthen the chest forward. So good. Take another breath in. Plank right side. Start to stack from the right wrist to the right shoulder to the left shoulder, out through the left wrist. Yeah, you might even shift your gaze down and then up. And then start to hug everything into the center line. And from hugging in, stretch up for a final breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Spread your fingers. Press the mound of the palm down into the mat and the mound of the fingertips. Draw your belly to your thighs. Yeah. Take your gaze to your opposite leg and then lift it up and stretch through the heel, the upper thigh all the way up. Press into my hand. Yeah, feel this kind of fire up. Now from here, bend the knee. Keep lifting the leg up towards the ceiling. Press into your left hand and stretch out through your left side body. Beautiful. Stay here or flip over for flip dog. Let your thighs start to internally rotate and keep the pit of the belly pulled into the spine. From here, start to stretch forward. Really nice, Susan. Plank left side. Yeah, and shift into the variation that works for you. Some of you have a knee down. Some of you have a forearm down. It's beautiful. You listen to what's right here and what's possible. As you press down, start to re-hug into your center line. And then for one final breath, stretch and look up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Yeah, and whether this is your first class, your third class, your 100th class, like drop what you think you know about the pose, shift into the listening of what's needed, and then take that on in your body right here. Yeah, so maybe it's dropping a knee to the mat tonight. Maybe it's you're lifting your leg away from the mat for the first time tonight. Knit your front ribs in towards center. And then with the knitting of the front ribs, take your next inhale, lift your rib cage up towards the ceiling, and start to let your head go up and go back. Bring your hands to the front of your chest. As you inhale, tip forward. Exhale, rotate to the right. Keep utilizing your breath to create the movement here of the lengthening and the twisting. Yeah, good. Soften the left knee, but keep this entire leg fired up just like that. Now press your left hip up towards the ceiling. Draw the right hip just back slightly. Beautiful. 3 more breaths. Notice if the breath is becoming shortened on the twist. Let them be full. Let them be extensive. And then lift back to center, crescent lunge. Warrior 2, open it up. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Stay low in the front knee. Press. Stretch out from your entire, this is your right side, Tara? Right side body, good. All right, now straighten your front leg. Draw your hips back, back, back. Bring some release. Extended side angle. Come back into the front leg. Bring it to a 90-degree angle. I consider you gave yourself some grace and some release. So that way in this next opportunity, you can go in it a little bit further. Yeah, I love it. I see a lot of you lunging down even deeper. Now start to tuck the right hip under, and from your pelvis, lift your pelvis towards your belly button. From the belly button, hug in to lift the chest up. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Yeah, new pose, new moment, new opportunity. So drop what you think you know or what you think you have to do and allow your vision to start to shift into something brand new right here. Yeah, Victoria's got a block, really good. Some of you have your back knee drop to the ground. All right, now start to knit the front ribs in, and as you inhale, lift the chest up, drop the head back. Hands to your chest, twist to the left. Yeah, press out through the crown of the head, Josh and everybody. Yeah, think about like a nice long line from your right heel to the tip of your head and create length. And allow the shoulders to keep softening into the back so then you can start to lift and twist just a little bit more in the thoracic spine. 2 more breaths. Crescent lunge, rise up to stand on the inhale. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Yeah, set your gaze. Be intentional with moving from pose to pose, breath to breath. Flip your front palm, reverse the warrior. And I'm actually going to have you take a bigger step towards the front of your mat. Yeah, keep space in your legs. And then lunge down just a little bit deeper for a moment. Okay, now straighten the front leg. Bring some relief. Draw the hips back. Extended side angle. Yeah, turn your heel out a little bit so your toes will be in. Yeah, perfect. And then from your back heel, press down. Yeah, so press the mound of each big toe down, press the center of both heels down, but your toes can be light. Yeah, see how you can press but still lift the toes? Good, and then fire up this entire back leg, and then start to stretch out through the right, or the left, right side body. What is this, your right? Perfect, beautiful. I know my lefts and rights. All right, take another breath here. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. A big breath out. Ha. Yeah, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Press down into the mounds of your hands and your feet and draw your belly to your thighs. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift up, fold. Utkatasana. Take cactus arms. Yeah, notice how your chest starts to open up here. As you inhale, come to stand, extend up into extended mountain, and then exhale, cactus arms come down. We're going to warm up the legs even more. Inhale up, exhale down. Another time, inhale, breathe it out. Now bring your hands to your chest. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, twist right. Yeah, keep allowing the hips to drop down towards the mat. And then from here, right, drop what you know. Allow your vision to shift into, what could be possible if I opened my arms? Or I took a half bind by dropping my arm behind my back, right? You might start to find that a full bind is there and available. And then, wow, all of a sudden you're in bird of paradise because you've made a connection of your arms around your left thigh and you stood straight up. Yeah, really good. 3 more breaths wherever you are at. On your final exhale, forward fold. Bring your fingers to your toes. Drop your head down. I actually like to take my feet wide on my mat recently and just kind of give my hips a little wiggle side to side. Gives my hamstring a nice stretch too. So maybe you try that on here for a moment. And then come down into a Gata squat. So if you didn't shift your feet wide on your mat, I want you to shift them wide now. And I want this to be work, right? So it's easy to just drop our hips really close to the ground and feel like we're hanging out. Hug into your core, lift up. So you're feeling kind of your hips and your legs really turn on here. Place your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale your right arm up. Stay for 3 breaths. On your last exhale, you're going to switch sides. Right fingertips to the inside of the right foot, twist to the left. 3 breaths. Yeah, Marco, you got it, just like that. And then when you're done, crow pose. Take your hands out in front of you, bring your knees to your triceps, and lift up. You're here for the count of 5 with the intention of jumping back. So shift your vision from what you think you know and try this on brand new for 5, 4, 3, 2, chaturanga. Awesome. Upward facing dog. Yeah, Brian. To downward facing dog. Really cool. All right, breathe in through the nose, open the mouth, take a big exhale out. Jump your feet to your hands, take a halfway lift. Bow. Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your chest. Twist to the left. Stay or open your arms. If you've opened your arms, what's next? Do you stay or do you look for the half bind? Yeah, and if you've taken on the half bind, do you stay or do you look for what's next, which is the full bind? And if you've got the full bind, do you look for what's next even more and go for bird of paradise? You have 2 more breaths. Take a forward fold. Bend your knees, drop the head. Take gorilla this time. Slide the palms of your hands under your feet. Yeah, and let your head drop all the way down. So much that you can shake it around, yes and no. Release your bind. Take your feet wide again on your mat. Take your right peace fingers, grab around your right toe, tent your left fingertips in front of the left foot, and you're just going to lift your right leg out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And then lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crow pose, round 2. Take it from the top of your mat. This time you're here for a 10 count. Same intention, right? You're looking for chaturanga. And if you fall out of it, get back in it, right? Stay and be committed. Shift your vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chaturanga. Yes, I saw that. Amazing. Downward facing dog with a big ha. Take another inhale, lift onto the toes. Bend your knees, jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you arrive. Bow down. Eagle right side. Wrap your right arm under your left arm. Wrap your right leg over your left leg. And a different way you could shift your vision is by taking this on your back like Victoria up here. Eagle left side. Lift your elbows up and towards the front of the room. Keep your gaze right where it's at. Switch sides. Eagle on the right. Pull the pit of your belly to your spine and then draw your shoulders back so they stack over your hips. Eagle left side. Yeah, elbows up and forward. Create space in your upper back. Right side standing leg raise. Grab your right knee or your right big toe. Open to the right side of the room. Yeah, press into the ball mound of the left big toe and in the center of the left heel. And from there, press down and extend straight up. Come to center, dancing Shiva. So you're going to switch your grips and take a twist behind you. Yeah, nice and easy, right? Keep hugging into your center line so you can get nice and tall. Airplane. Activate your entire lifted leg from the upper right thigh out through the right heel. Half moon. See if you can hug into your center line so much that you stay lifted as you make the transition. And as you continue to hug in, you might feel so light in the upper body that your bottom hand just lifts up and away from the floor, even if it's for a half a second. Yeah, try that on. Hug in, lift up. Now forward fold. I saw that. That was awesome. Rise to stand. Left side standing leg raise. Open up to the left side. Yeah, listen for your breath. Dancing Shiva. Come to center, switch your grips. Keep your hips pointed forward. Take the twist from your thoracic spine. Airplane. Fire up your entire left leg. Squeeze it in, Allison. Skin to muscle to bone. Yeah, and press through the left heel. If I was going to come and put my hand on your left thigh, I want you to press up and into it. Half moon. Keep the pit of the belly pulled in. Knit your front ribs together and then lift and look up. And for this last second, bring your bottom hand up and away from the ground. Forward fold. Nice job. Now take a moment to shake it out. And then slowly start to rise back up. Dancer right side. Take your right hand, grab the inside of your right ankle. Press back and simultaneously lift up through your chest. Yeah, Tara, just like that. Good. Dancer left side. Let your left shoulder draw into your back. Dancer right side. Flex your ankle so your heel is going to press up. The toes are going to flex down. Dancer left side. Press your thoracic spine in towards your chest. Lift up for one more breath. Come to stand. Set it for tree right side. Yeah, and then full freedom of expression in the upper body here. Then bring your hands to the front of your chest. Good, and then I want everybody to grab their right foot and then take their leg and cross it over their left leg. You can choose to hold it right here, and I want everyone to take a forward fold, or you can release and start to bring your fingertip towards the ground. I want you to stay right here for 5 breaths. If what's next is in your practice and you're looking to go into an inversion, you can start to wrap the right foot around the left tricep and lift up and away from the ground. Either way, 5 breaths wherever you're at. When you've completed all 5 breaths, take a forward fold, bring your both feet to the ground, shake your hips side to side for a moment, and then shift into left side tree. Freedom of expression in the upper body. Do something that would feel good. Right? Not necessarily about looking good, but feeling good. Shift your vision, drop what you think you know, and be in the listening for what's needed. And then bring your hands down. Start to move your leg. You're going to cross your left leg over your right thigh this time. And again, you can keep a hold of your left foot, or you can start to bend forward even more and bring your fingertips to the ground. 5 breaths. After your last exhale, bring both feet to the ground, spread your legs wide. Just shake your hips and legs out side to side. Everyone step to the front of your mat. Inhale, extended mountain, stretch up and back. Breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, right side triangle. Yeah, right foot forward. Take up a lot of space on your mat. Front foot at the top of the mat, back foot at the back of the mat, and then draw your hips back towards the cubbies. Soften the front knee just slightly. Yeah, now from there, Victoria, lift the pelvis towards the belly button, chest up. So good. On your next inhale, rise to stand. Use your core to lift up. Bow forward, side facing wide leg forward fold. You can walk your hands through the window of your legs or get upside down in an inversion. And I'll invite you to stay curious. Stay in the listening of like, what could be next? What could be possible? We're so easily caught up in the I can't, I'm not good enough, I'll never be able to do that. And when we drop that, like really big and amazing things can happen. Yeah, if you're upside down, press through your legs all the way out through the heels. 2 more breaths. On this last exhale, pivot the feet forward, namaste, front facing forward fold. And I want everyone to bring their fingertips down towards the ground and then drop your back knee. I want you to come into then a half split. So you're going to rock back, and so your toes are lifted up against the mat. You may start to feel a nice deep stretch in your hamstring and your calf muscles here. I want you to stay right here. 3 breaths. And then start to shift forward, plant your back or your front foot down. Lift your back foot. Take your right hand, reach for your left toes. So it's a gentle switch. And this time you might start to feel the stretch in your front left thigh. Take 3 breaths. On this next exhale, gently release, step back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, big breath in. Downward facing dog, step your left foot forward, triangle. From your core, step forward, and then right away, draw the hips back. And knit the front ribs in as you lift your chest up. And as your chest starts to go up, let your head start to lift with it. Keep your chin pulled and tucked back, but let the head start to go up and drop back. On your next inhale, rise to stand, side facing wide leg forward fold. This time with a bind or getting curious and getting upside down again. You can take a bind with your hands, with a strap, with a towel, maybe an article of clothing, any tool that you may have. Yeah, soften the knees, lift your hips up. Four more breaths. Last 2. And when you're complete, pivot your feet forward, namaste, front facing forward fold. Start here in the fold at first. And then drop your back knee to the mat, come into a half split. Lift your left toes away from the mat, press your left heel down. And then start to shift forward. So your left knee is bent. Bend the right knee, and you're going to reach back, left hand to right toes. 3 breaths. Take another inhale. Exhale, step back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale out. Roll out to a high plank, and then start to lower all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Locust pose. Point your toes, draw your arms behind you, and lift up. Yeah, point your chin straight down and then pull it back. So you press the back of your neck up towards the ceiling. Slowly come all the way down. Take a reset breath in and out through the nose. Now this time, tuck your toes, locust. Yeah, and you can keep your toes tucked on the mat, or you can still lift your legs up and away from the ground. Hug your inner thighs in. Now come all the way down. Take a reset breath, maybe even windshield wipe your legs side to side. And then set up for floor bow. You can do one side at a time or do a set back to back, your choice. But wrap up and lift up. I want you to think about kicking your shins back at the same time. Press your chest forward. Nice, Tara. Breathe in. Exhale, come all the way down, knees side to side. Switch sides or go again. Last time, floor bow. Wrap it up and lift up. Yeah, legs hug in. Press against me. Press out. Yeah, just like that. Heels up. Chest forward. Come all the way down, knees side to side. Upward facing dog. Take a full breath in to stretch your chest up. Downward facing dog, press back. And step or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Come onto your back, bridge pose. One bridge, 6 wheels, right? You've prepared for this. So drop what you know, shift your vision. Like, can you right now be like, yeah, I'm a yes, or whatever is possible, however my body shows up, and be there. Bridge pose. Start to tuck your shoulders under. Yeah, and then draw your knees forward. Two more breaths. Oh, sorry. Press out. Yeah, there you go. Tuck your chin. Come all the way down. Nice and slow. Knees side to side. Wheel number 1 of 6. Tuck your hands by your shoulders. Press down. Lift up. You're here for 5 counts. 1, 2. Nice, David. 3, 4, 5. Tuck the chin. Come down. 1 down. 5 to go. You're ready right now. So drop what you know and go up again. Wheel number 2. To the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way down. 2 down. 4 to go. Rise up. Wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Halfway there. Rise on up. Wheel pose. Number 4. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. You have 2 more. Get ready. Set it up and go. Wheel number 5 for 5. 1, 2. Press the ball mounds of each big toe down. 3, 4, 5. Come down. Last wheel, best wheel. Yogis, rise up. You got it. Wheel pose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Arms by your side, palms up. Yeah, big exhale out. Let your breath start to slow back down. Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge your body. Thank yourself. Thank your body. How amazing is it that you got to walk through these doors? You get to show up on your mat, and you get to be a part of this practice with this set of yogis. Happy baby. Yeah, rock side to side. Release your low back. Hug your knees into your chest for a moment. Give yourself a big, big hug. And then lift your legs straight up into the air. You're going to press through your heels so your ankles will flex. And then you're going to switch legs. I'm going to count to 20 and just going to switch back and forth. So go, drop your right leg, 1, switch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big, big hug. And then lift both legs up into the air. We're going to do something a little different. I want you to bring your arms straight back behind you. All right? And then what you're going to do is that you're going to lower your right leg and reach up to touch your left toes. Right? And then you're going to switch. Lower your left leg, reach up to touch your opposite toes. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To your chest, yogi bicycles. You have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock up into high boat. You have 4 high to low boats. Breathe in as you exhale, low boat. High boat, low boat. 2 more. High, low. Last one, high, low. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay out like a starfish. Whew. Good work. Point your toes. Reach back behind you. Stretch out your core. And then set up for right side half pigeon. However you want to get there. You can take this on your back, like some of our friends up here are doing. Allison's a great demonstrator of that. Or you can take it facing the floor. Ujjayi, in through the nose, out through the nose. And even here, as you move into stillness and you drop what you know, what you think you know, and like come from a place of brand new. And it's such a great practice to have on your mat because it will give you the opportunity to be able to do it when you leave this space. And for so long in my life, I thought I knew exactly how my life was going to play out. I was going to graduate high school. I was going to go to college. I was going to marry my high school sweetheart. We were going to buy a house, have children, do all these things, right? And my world has just totally shifted over the last 6 months. And I've had to drop what I knew or I thought I knew about everything I had planned out and thought was going to happen. And I totally had to shift my vision and come from a new looking. And I'll tell you, I would not have been able to do that without yoga. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy, right? It takes work and practice every single day or even every moment that I start to catch myself being in the old way of thinking, what I thought was going to happen. Switch sides. And maybe for you, it's not necessarily even like your future and all the things that you think that you thought you knew what you're going to do with your life. Like maybe it's the things that you say about yourselves and who you tell yourself that you are. It's those negative comments of like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not rich enough. Because when we say those things, we start to believe them. It becomes what we know about who we are, which isn't necessarily the truth at all. So can you like drop that and shift your vision onto like who your true being is? You're a great partner. You're a good dog, mom or dad. You're a great friend, a loyal coworker, kind, big-hearted, fun. Make your way to a seated position. Set up for a right side seated single leg extension. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Switch sides. If it took you a moment to arrive here, you can stay and just know that you'll get your right and your left side done when it's right for you. Take another inhale. Yeah, let it go. Release it. Bring both legs together. Seated forward fold. Reverse plank or tabletop. Bend your knees or keep your legs straight. Either way, you want to focus on pressing the ball mound of your both big toes down into the mat. Open your mouth here. Let a sigh out. Fish. You'll only be in fish for about 5 breaths, so it's your choice if you want to use a block or not. Yeah, then when you arrive, just take 5 of your own breaths. Slow, full, complete. When you completed all 5 breaths, set up for rejuvenation, waterfall, shoulder stand, or another inversion of your choice. There's a cold eye towel at the top of your mat. If you want to go ahead and place that somewhere on your body, go ahead and do that as well. Josh, press through your heels and then squeeze your elbows into center a little bit more. Yeah, just like that. There you go. If you are in shoulder stand, make your way back to plow. Keep your hands on your low back here to help protect your neck. From plow, go into deaf man's pose. If you were in a head or handstand, make your way into child's pose for a couple breaths. Then everyone start to come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Supine twist to the right. try to move that for you. Switch sides. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big, big hug. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. Shavasana. Your arms and your legs be long. Your eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels the most safe for you. You'll take that on. And though, wherever you're at, however you're positioned, give yourself the opportunity and the grace to rest. Consider this is exactly what you need right here in this moment. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. Take this next moment to check in. Notice how you feel. No right, no wrong. And acknowledge yourself once again for showing up, for putting the work in, for allowing yourself to come from a different perspective throughout the practice. Come to a seated position. With an inhale, extend your arms over your head to stretch up. Exhale, palms together in front of your chest. We'll end our class together with one Om. Breathe in. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. We are loved. We are appreciated. We are always enough. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you, yogis who joined us online. Thank you to each and every one of you who are here in person. I love teaching Monday nights. It's so great to just be here with each and every one of you. If you have any questions or anything at all, please know that you can come chat with me before you leave. Otherwise, happy Monday. Have a great night.